I don't fit into the dreadlocks and the multicoloured bandy trousers and everything else.
So you're not witchy-woo-y?
No,
I can attest that he doesn't have dreadlocks and,
No.
he's not Rastafarian in any way or form.
I love those people and I connect with some of their messages, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
But now within the coaching tribe and my colleagues, we're having these really deep, meaningful NLP, hypnosis, I do that as well, and coaching debates, questions, really stretching the boundaries of our learnings. And it's so invigorating, it's so inspiring. And they'll learn something, or they've listened to someone which we learn from, and I'll go and listen to someone. So we're even though we're in the same market, we're all swapping stories, we're all swapping experiences, we're swapping passages that we've read that could be useful to each other. And it's an amazing group of people that I'm working with now. Sometimes I might collaborate with them on something. I might get a referral from them because it's something they know that I do better than they do.
Yeah.
And it might be like vice versa. But yeah, that's where I found my tribe most within this coaching world.
So what's next? What are you trying to achieve now?
I'm trying to get my message out there. I'm trying to let people know what I can do and how I do it, and that how coaching would be good for them.
Yeah.
And that's hard when you've not come from Australia and you're not from here and you haven't got friends here, you've not grown up with all your schoolmates, and they're going to pass it all around on Facebook for you. And so I'm trying to build it ecologically up from the ground with a lot of help from NRG with networking group that I've joined, and they've been absolutely amazing in supporting me. And there's a lot of tools and skills within that environment that we help each other out through my Facebook friends. But there's a lot on marketing I don't know. There's a lot on... I've never been in those worlds. So everything I'm doing for myself. But I've found some amazing people to try and help me on the journey.
I mean, I have seen there is a lot of things out there for men's mental health. I think there's something on Facebook now doing 25 push-ups for 25 days to raise awareness of men's mental health. What some of the things that you've seen that in that space that tend to, fall on guys' shoulders rather than girls' shoulders, or guys are more susceptible of rather than the females?
Well, there's a group that I joined online on Facebook called the Australian Dads Network, and what I did was I've been just posting a few questions, asking for replies, and then making some value within the group there. I also did some free workshops for those guys, a couple last year. I need to do a few more this year. And actually just going in there, and it's not a coaching session as such, I do try and add some value, and I do give them a couple of techniques or some stories that I think will be a great value to them to try and relieve the stress. But actually having them the value of being in a like-minded group, having a forum where they can voice their worries, their concerns. But some people might not want even to voice, but actually just listen to the guy next to them and realise that they relate to the story. Might mean that next week or next time we have a meeting, they'll pluck up the courage to talk. It may mean that they don't realise that the guy that's got the same problem is 2 streets away, and they can help each other. It's creating that bond, like the military, that bond, that friendship, that camaraderie, and a forum where they can get these, as you said about the toxic male environment, they can't talk to their wife about. They can't talk to their father-in-law about, because then they become a lesser of a man. But in an environment that is safe, where they're non-judgmental, and other people are already telling their stories, then their story is just another one.
So let's just backtrack for a second. What exactly is toxic masculinity?
Many different versions of it. It's the way that men are perceived, or how they think they're perceived, is they have to have the answers to everything. They have to be the strongest one in the group. They are the alpha. They have to support the family. They have to be the go-to point. They have to have all the answers. It's a lot of rubbish, but that's the mentality that is created, or the persona that they think they're coming into. And sometimes even in Australia it can be a little bit stronger than the UK. Yeah. Because that's that alpha male environment here. You've got to have a tinny in your hand, and you've got to watch the footy, and you've got to do this, and
you've got to mow the lawn, you've got to wear the stubbies.
Exactly. So it's trying to break that down, that they think that if they can't do all of those roles, that they're not worthy as a man. And that's where the toxic environment comes in, the self-doubt within them. And I think the world's moved on, and it's building that relationship with their wife. And there may be roles that the wife does better than the husband does, you know, and vice versa. Could be the guy ends up doing the cooking, whereas the wife's better at the accounts. And it's understanding that it's a team environment that you operate in within a relationship. You don't have to be all in one.